The discussion on TikTok about people saying women or girls with piercings, tattoos, or that look dirty, let's get into it. What you don't realize is what you're saying and repeating is a very old colonial script. Because before conservatism, before the missionaries' gaze, before we were all colonized, the obsession with being clean and respectable, our bodies were artifacts, style, spirit, and stature, and represent status of which tribe we originated from. And to say clean from a party of people who don't even wash their ass, the stretched ears, the scarification, the metals, the animal hide that we used, the bones, the braids, rebellious or unclean, as you say. They were ancestral in nature, tribal. They were our identities. They are sacred. So when I see people going around calling people dirty or unprofessional, what they're actually reacting to is a residue of colonial violence. And that's the same violence that tried to erase our indigenous ancestors and adornments while also punishing Black and brown bodies for being expressive, for being in tune with our spirit and being decorated and also showing our power and our prowess. The alt look is not just alternative or another wave or a fashion trend. It is the resurrection of how we originally dressed before our beauty, bodies, and our spirits were policed and stolen. In about 2022, the end of 2022, I made a thread on Twitter and said that we'll see, in my fashion fortune telling series, I said that we'll see people dressing very alternatively because they are aligning with their God spirit. What that means is people will be wearing things that their ancestors have worn, whether they know it or not. And with that being said, we'll see the alternative look versus this clean look because it's the split of society. It tells you what's going on with people spiritually and also politically. Like the whole clean girl aesthetic, you having nothing but beige walls in your house and beige furniture, no sense of color, no sight of culture, no sight of who you are. It's very colonizer to me. Colors represent certain things within our DNA and our codes, but they also represent and they help us feel. They change the energy within our homes, our bodies, and our everyday world. When we lack color, we lack spirit. And color